The good thing with this era that we are in now is that everyone wants to talk. Everyone sees the need to build that consensus. And that is what we should harness right now. And the important ingredient of that is trust. We now need to build trust amongst all the key players. Trust is going to be the glue that puts us all together in order to get us to move forward.
Busa, for example, commented that we've had 30, 40, 50 diagnostics since 1994. We're great at drawing up plans, but we're terrible at implementing.
We are now on the cusp of implementation. We are now on that point.
Corruption is a huge issue. Former SIU head Willie Hofmeyer said that over 30% of government budgets get lost to corruption.
Our non-tolerance towards corruption should not only be a state or government responsibility. Communities as well should say we are not prepared to tolerate corruption.
When does the ANC implement the Integrity Commission, for example, to ensure that when allegations of corruption about its leaders are brought to the fore, that they scrutinized within the party, possibly even leaders be suspended?
The president has insisted needs to be attended to. So watch this space.
ANC leaders have to be seen to be acting in the national interest as well. Now, as we move towards next year's general elections, your testimony in the Marikana Commission might come up.
I will go to the commission and give my testimony, and as I acted and understood issues as they were on the table, so I will be doing so at the commission. So that to me is something that will set the record straight.
Let's talk about land reform. There are hundreds of proposals in the NDP, but land reform is pressing, given it's 100 years since we've the Native Land Act. I think it was Sol Plaatje that said that a native found himself not actually a slave, but a pariah in the land of his birth.
And 100 years later, that wound is still gaping and is still open. The ANC government is determined to make sure that that wound is healed, that people who were removed from their land, who were dispossessed of their land, get justice.
For some years now, we've known, and the president's indicated, that the ANC believes the willing buyer, willing seller model has failed. At this stage, we haven't set up the office of the Land General, who will independently determine the prices, the market prices of land. Our land audit is not even complete.
It was supposed to have been done by the end of last year, so it is in the final throes of being completed. And these things do take time. And processes in government do tend to move slow, and they need to be speeded up. But the important thing with this government is that it is a consultative government. With all these processes that are announced, it is not just a type of government that will just go out and just do, roughshod implementation and not give any heed to the views of other people. It consults.